countries to send U.S. troops there on a bilateral basis without the request of NATO?
So, Michelle, I think you know how U.S. preparedness generally goes, right? That you heard the Secretary of Defense and Secretary Blinken make clear yesterday that we've put U.S. forces, which would be contributions to the NATO response force, should it be activated, on notice. We also have other elements in Europe that we could use as part of a NATO response, but you've been around long enough to know that sometimes it's the case that the U.S. can move more quickly, and allies want that support, and then NATO comes in support. So we're looking at all of those options and talking to all of the countries, particularly those on the eastern edge of NATO, a number of whom would like to see more support, both from NATO and from the U.S.
Did you receive any request from any of them?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the details of the diplomacy. I think we'll have more for you on that in coming days. But what's most important is that we meet our Article 5 obligations to our NATO allies, and that we work with our allies so that there's burden sharing in that, and we're doing all of that work now.
Thank you.
Hi, sorry, so just to clarify, so in addition to the talks with NATO, or to the 8,500 that are designated, to be called up if NATO requests them, as the Secretary yesterday, there are separate conversations about bilateral conversations between the U.S. and other European countries about other U.S. troops going to reinforce those countries.
I'm not going to get into the details of conversations that we're having to ensure that we can meet our NATO obligations. I'm going to send you to the Pentagon for any details about what they need to be discussing with allies.